I'm going to show you quickly how we can utilize subdivision mesh modeling in both Gravity Sketch and Rhino and use it to make quick adjustments to the model without having to mess with those crazy nerves. The great part about SubD is I have complete control over each individual face itself. So if I were to delete faces, I can quickly replace the faces that I deleted without affecting the entire mesh surface itself. Using these control points on the mesh, I can actually make larger edits to the object itself. So here I'm just going to move these points to better fit the last. Once I feel like I have the model to a good place, I'm just going to export this mesh to then import into Rhino. Now that we're in Rhino, you can see our mesh is carried over, and now we have an active subdivision layer. So using similar tools in Rhino, we can manipulate the faces, the edge loops, and the vertices of this mesh here. This mesh should actually closely resemble the mesh that we used in Gravity Sketch. Now when I review the model in Rhino, I notice that there are some things that I need to change, which is easy enough. So here I'm just going to go and select some edge loops and begin to manipulate my mesh to closely resemble the other side. I noticed that this side was sitting a little bit lower, and I needed to actually widen it out a little bit. The top line was a little too narrow. Another important technique to use in Rhino is the cage edit tool. So I can quickly make general and broad adjustments without affecting individual pieces of the mesh. Subdivision mesh can also be transformed into NURB surfaces as well. So once we feel like we've made these edits and we're happy with them, we can always then transform our SubD mesh into a NURB surface.